everyone, and welcome back to the ASMR channel. Today, I put the microphone in the cardioid pattern setting, and so that what that means is that I'm going to just basically talking right to the mic, no ear to ear today, mainly because I would like to talk, or at least try to talk about a serious subject. I would like to talk a little bit, just a little bit, about loneliness, and maybe some social anxiety, and I think I got inspired to make this video through another ASMR artist I know, and also with dealing with it myself. And I think at least loneliness is a very relatable type of issue in many people's life, and I think there is a saying, at least, that it's like even in a room full of people, you can still feel lonely, and you may even feel lonelier with a room full of people. I don't think loneliness. I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. I think loneliness is a feeling that's not only just with people in general. I think it's a feeling with not even feeling with isolated. I think it's a longing for more, to be honest. Maybe it's maybe the issue is not being involved. Maybe it is feeling isolated. Maybe it's feeling or at least comparing yourself to friends who have girlfriends or who have wives and kids, and you're the same age maybe, and you're starting to wonder why you don't have that, and you start comparing yourself to other people, and then you start doubting yourself, and you start asking questions like, do I not have the looks? Am I too backwards? Am I not very approachable? And even then, it can just be tough. I mean, let's say you go to school and you tell a few jokes and everyone laughs. At the end of the day, you still don't have any friends and a relationship. So it's definitely something that's relatable, I think. And I just wanted to tell you that I'm definitely going through it. And sometimes it really hurts. It affects me more than I think others think. It doesn't. I mean, I'm not quite sure how I deal with loneliness. I think it definitely comes in waves, or at least it lasts for a day or two, maybe even shorter. I don't think I ever went through it with a full week, but it's the feeling of wanting to tell someone something other than your family, or maybe even your friends, to have a relationship with someone that you can speak your feelings. You can tell jokes to. It could be really anything. And I think, and this isn't the only reason, but this is going to sound kind of random, I'm growing a beard, I think for many reasons. Me growing a beard basically means that winter's coming around and I enjoy having a beard. I also saw a picture of myself and I had a long beard and I was walking through the woods and I really wanted a beard then. So I grew a beard. I wouldn't say that's the only reason though. I would also say that sorry if you hear my family, they're laughing in the front room. But I also am growing a beard because in a weird way, it covers part of my face. And there's times where I feel like I kind of give up with trying to make relationships, trying to make friends. And I almost want to grow into that hermit, into that socially isolated person. And a beard almost represents that for me. It almost represents an outcast. And, I sometimes I get comments from my family like, why don't you trim your beard, shave your beard? And sometimes I just want to feel like that, I want to feel like, not exclusive, but sort of different from the crowd, kind of like the, I guess the person that doesn't really care. The person who, while looking for a relationship, he just wants people, or I want people, I don't want to talk in third person, to like him for the way he is, not for the way he looks. And yeah, maybe I'd look better with my beard trimmed. But lately I've been having a want. And that want is for the cool weather to come around, because man, it's been hot. But the big want is to wait for the cool weather, to go out to the woods and sit somewhere and just sit. I think the woods and the forest in general is something of a medicine in itself that I think you should experience from time to time. I think the woods and the forest and nature in general calls out all of us. And I don't mean that in I'm going to start a crystal collection soon. No, I mean, meditation is something I enjoy, honestly. I am bad at it, and I don't really do it too often. But I remember when I used to meditate, and I think people associate meditation with religion. It can be, okay? And I used to do that, and I think it's fine. But I think meditation in general is just letting go of what happened, letting go of thoughts of stress, and just focusing in on the moment, the here and now, not the past, not the future, but just the now. Taking deep breaths and understanding that you don't need to worry about being lonely. You don't need to worry about having someone in your life, because you have you. And I think the more you love yourself, the more you'll feel less lonely. The more you will get to know yourself, the more you can discover. And I think the woods and nature, they really open you up to that. They really give you a glimpse of time, a glimpse of a silence. I think silence is very important. It's, man, I don't think it can be explained. Time is time is going, and it's going to go with or without you. And you can stay in the past. You can worry about things from the past. You can hold on to things from the past, a lot like ghosts. Or you can move on. I'm not saying you have to let go completely, but you can move on from the past and move into the present. But you also have to be wary about the future, because the future can bring many stresses. It can make you uneasy with yourself. It can make you doubt yourself. And I think it can really torture you in a way where you look at someone, you compare yourself, and you want to be that, and like soon, and it won't happen. You can't force the future into the present. You just can't. You can't plan things out. You're on a path, and along this path, it's up to you to open the doors, to get yourself motivated, and to stop. This is awful, like speech, but I do believe that door is open, and I believe that we're the ones that cause the doors to open for us as you go down this road, or whatever you want to call it. There's many metaphors for it. Road, a trail, a hallway full of doors. And I think loneliness is just one of those things that's always going to be there, but please don't use it as an excuse, or don't use it as something to completely ruin you. Because I went through it, or I'm going through it. I always will go through it, probably. And the answer for me is praying, meditating, which are almost one and the same for me anyway. Going to the woods, enjoying a coffee, and just sort of watching nature, watching time affect nature. And I probably sound nuts right now, but it's a beautiful thing to just sit and not worry about anything. Not to have that interaction with another human besides yourself. Time moves differently when you're alone. And maybe it's a blessing in disguise. I think loneliness can be quite beautiful sometimes, as well as it being its own monster. It can defeat us, and it can make us stronger. And I think it can really show us the beauty with how we treat it and what we do. And I almost think that the same for social anxiety. I would say I suffer more from social anxiety than loneliness. So why did I make this all about loneliness? I don't know. I don't want to get into too much, but I've suffered from social anxiety quite a bit. For example, I'll go to a gas station, get a coffee, and have a small talk with the cashier, and she may say something like, well, it's just coffee, it doesn't matter where you get it. And it's not that I take offense to that, but I think later on I just analyze conversations in my head and ask myself, did I offend someone? What did I do? How could I fix that? Or how could I have, saved the conversation or something? That's what my mind does. And it can be many other things. I can't answer my cell phone. It's just too hard. I panic. It makes me shake. I don't like it, honestly. I don't like talking to strangers a lot of the time. I feel like I have to be the one to keep the conversation going. I just get uncomfortable really fast. Even being outside the house, I can't just rest. I have to be on a mission. I have to know where I'm going, what's the plan, and I rush. And I think that's one reason why I like the woods. Because in the woods, time moves differently. And there's no one really there to hold on to social standards or, the way that society makes you. Because honestly, I care what others think. I'm not a sensitive person. I mean, you can call me whatever, and I'm fine with it. But there's a big part of me that cares about what others think. And I will do anything to please someone than first pleasing myself. So, like, if someone rushes up behind me in the car, I kind of freak out, but I kind of, I'm more worried about them. Like, oh man, maybe they have to get to work or something, like, I'd rather help them than anything else. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just sort of my social anxiety. And again, I apologize for all the noise happening in the house. But I did want to make this video since it was nice and dark, and I wanted to see the light, sort of. But I will say, for those who are suffering from loneliness, social anxiety, depression, anything, I understand, and I can relate. And I don't think I have depression. I think that's a big word. I think that's something I was not diagnosed with. I know people who have it. I don't want to throw that word around like I have it. I would more say loneliness, and I would be a lot more, I would definitely rather say that. And, yeah. But I understand what you guys are going through. And I heard a few people, especially this ASM artist, and I don't know if he wants me to give his name, but I just felt bad because I'm definitely in the same boat. And I don't know, I can't say much, to be honest. I mean, the way I deal with it is, I think, with everyone else. I think we all have our crosses to bear. And I think we can't let it get us down. We have to keep going. And for me personally, wake up each morning early, motivated, and with drive. And lately I've been really driving at my head. I apologize again. My dad is turning that music up way too loud. He's obsessed. But anyway, I keep forgetting what I'm gonna say because of that. Is there anything else I was gonna say? I apologize for the music if you can hear it. I'm so sorry. I'm going to keep talking like this until it's done. It's almost done. Hold on, wait for it, and thank God. He'll probably turn on something else stupid. But anyway, I literally had a point and I wanted to say it, and it's gonna drive me nuts now. Come on, Mike. Yes, wake up tomorrow morning. Wake up positive. Wake up with a drive. And I want you to go out there and tell yourself whatever you're about to do, whether it's going to work, whether it's going to college, whether it's going to the gym. I want you to have an energy to you, a drive, have nothing stop you. And I heard a guy say, it's not because I was the fastest or the strongest. I'm sorry. It's not because I was the fastest or I was the strongest. It was I had the most drive. If you stayed up at 10 o'clock and doing work, I would stay up till 11 o'clock doing work. And that's the drive you have to do. That's the drive you have to have. And I think, in a way, that can conquer loneliness, because while it's distracting you, it's also pushing you in your goals. And I think that's very important, to keep up on your goals, to give yourself goals. Whether it's a book you've wanted to write, or something else. Maybe it's an ASMR channel. Just keep pushing yourself, driving yourself, and never take a day off. I mean, take a day off if you want to. And of course, right now, go to sleep. But I'm just saying, don't give excuses. Don't watch TV. Don't do video games when you know you could be doing something great, when you can be creating something, when you can be brilliant, when you can gain experience. And it's something that's so valuable now that I think you really have to hold on, no matter what age, really. I'm talking from my perspective. Yeah, I'm 23-year-old at college, and you just need to go with it. You need to really just do it, you know? Shia LaBeouf, just do it. Do it. So I have no idea. Oh my gosh, I can't do this. I apologize for the music in the background. He's deaf. I apologize. He is so deaf. My whole family's deaf. I'm deaf. And I can't remember names, so I don't know if this video helped, whether you're sleeping by now, or whether you're highly motivated, or whether you're bored out of your mind, or whether you already clicked away, or whether you're like, hey, I'm gonna go out in the woods tomorrow. But I hope it helped. I hope my fast-paced talking at the end here didn't wake you up. But I'm gonna go now, in case the TV gets any louder, which I think it is. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.